see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not.
Okay, Coach, well, this place can get downright loud when the roof is closed, and that's the situation here today at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Check out. 5, 6, 5. On. Watch QB jump.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Rush in from Mexico. 11B. Smooth. Middle.
Back to throw. Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the interception, here's Watson. Letting one go deep for the... That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lott. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Check out. Ready.
15. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
12.
Right, let's go. Hey, Mike.
Hey, check. Hey, Alpha. Hurry.
Throwing on third down, Lott.
Check 15.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. The quick slant caught. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now Watson going to sneak it. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Go. Switch. Mike 13.
Play action. It's locked. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, wahoo!
From just shy of midfield, Luck. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Charger football to start quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
11 feet. Hey, Delta. 15 is the max. I got 15. Come on. You better break it. Check.
A shotgun snap for Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Hey, Charlie. 15. Line 15.
Let's, fellas, let's set a tone.
Tight dog. Come on. Whip. Watch the whip.
They're going to go. It's locked. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. No. Off.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give them 32 on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Quo. Hey, Haywood.
13, Mike 13.
Referee. Switch. Check one.
On first down, it's long. Got Gordon open, completes it. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, go.
Mike 13. No, ready.
Mike 13. He's coming.
From the 50, it's long. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Gary and Conley.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now Luck. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That's pulled in at the 32. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right? I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Bravo! Let's bring it down.
Now a first down throw. Luck eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Not today, you are. Not today. Mike's 13, Mike's 13. He's coming, he's 12. Five.
Luck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Good set. 19. Big 24. Big stop. Let's go. Mike,
On first down, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Set the tone, defense.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Check.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
He's got 31.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some space here. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 25 on second down, Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this is caught at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now, what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Given 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
At the Chargers' 6-yard line.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw again on second down. Luck, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Gordon. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 38-yard line.
12. Hey, Orbit.
From the 38, Luck. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Go. Hey, high 7. 15. Reggie. 15.
From the gun on third down, Luck. Over the middle, complete. It's Schwartz. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On. Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. 12. Check. Quo. Hey, Foxtrot. Check three.
Looking to throw on second down. Luck. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Go ahead. Check call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
11. Smooth. Mike 13. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They snap it to Luck. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And this results in 6. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Motion. Hey, quick.
Out of the gun, Luck. incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, Alpha.
Like 15. Like 15.
12. Let's see what you got. Shit. We're wrong.
Here we go on 4th. Lock. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, wahoo!
Here's Locke. Flush to his right. Gets it to Gordon. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperation time for Locke on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And it is incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now a handoff looking right. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Reset. 19. Mike 49. All day, dog.
To throw on 3rd down. Watson. He finds McCoy. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got it. Begin.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
A 53-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live foot. Look at the big man rumble. The 30. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on 1st down. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even more lopsided. I think they earned themselves a cold drink from the fridge, right?
There's no doubt
some
about
pretzels, too, some hummus. Go crazy.
See, we've learned.
Go crazy.
We have learned the Madden way of doing things.